nice to see you again. Or maybe not. Maybe it's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Fuck, I forget how to do this. I have quite a past with Dan and Phil. And if you have been subscribed to my channel for a very long time, you likely know that. My entire youth was basically owned by Dan and Phil. I met them a few times. I went to their tour. I met them backstage at VidCon because I peaked at 15 and was able to go backstage at VidCon. I had quite a large Tumblr page about them. And because a lot of the people that watch my videos also watch their videos, I would even have meet and greets at like their events. It was whack. It was crazy. So I feel very qualified to talk about this subject. I was what people call a toxic fan or a demon fanny. I don't know. I don't want to call myself a demon fanny. No, I was a demon fanny. Demon fanny is kind of subjective. People thought that anyone who shipped them was a demon fanny, but I was very obsessed with the idea that, oh my god, these two are probably fucking. And there's a chance that quite a lot of you watching, because we were so young, you know, we were just obsessed, and you probably were a toxic fan too. And it's okay. Oh, it's not okay, but like now we've grown, right? We've grown. We've become of age to realize that's fucked up to want to out somebody. So let's break down why pretty much all of us owe Dan and Phil an apology. Please make sure you're subscribed. I am going to try doing YouTube again. I know I say that every 5 fucking months. I kind of miss doing something creative. Judge me. They were like the equivalent of BTS in the K-pop idol world as to the YouTube community. Dan and Phil. Equivalent. Same thing. They were fucking popular. Everyone knew about them. Everyone talked about them. Like, they broke everything. And obviously at the time, like, Smosh was crazy popular and like Shane Dawson was crazy popular, but it was just different. And I wish there was a way to describe it, but it was literally just different. And honestly, a lot of their fans were the sweetest people I have ever met. And you know, I love that we are all just as socially awkward. And that's the thing I really want to talk about, is that somehow we were like all the same person. And this is honestly my theory as to how the fandom did get so popular. We all liked anime, we were all emo at some point, we liked pop culture, and as I said before, we were all extremely socially awkward. And, you know, at the time, most of us kind of needed an escape. And Dan and Phil were that for us. And at this time in our lives, we were all really young teens. Did you know that Did you know that? Sorry. We were all trying to find ourselves, and honestly, we were just trying to figure out what the fuck we liked in life. And for those who liked these weird things, because I hate to use that word, but it was weird to people at the time, like this, who flooded our hallways and just didn't understand what we were into. So seeing these two adults have fun, be themselves, talk about whatever they wanted to, make content that we understood, it was so special to us. And it's just something that we were able to really strongly appreciate. And I think that's where our strong and passionate love for Dan and Phil really came from. All right, that was a cute ooey gooey shit. Now it's time to talk about the bad.
I feel like recently a lot of people have felt like me and Phil are very popular, and they like to just talk about us to get attention from you guys, you know? And I feel like they're using you to get attention and money for themselves. And that makes me feel bad, because we love you very dearly and we appreciate you and we think that you're kind. So we don't like anybody being exploited.
Because Dan and Phil had such an intense fandom, if you said anything bad about them, a pack of wolves were coming to end your career, end your life, and end anything in between. On the other hand, if you said that you liked Dan and Phil, you got huge amounts of praise. And creators eventually caught on to this, to the point where they would just bring them up in videos, because, oh, it means that the fandom's gonna come, oh, the fandom's gonna like me, oh, if the fandom likes me, then I'll have tons of new followers, I'll have new people that like me, it's gonna be so good, they're gonna be talking about me. You had people like Shane Dawson who would literally bring them up in every single video for months.
Dan and Phil.
Dan and Phil. Dan is not a fire, an amazing Phil.
Any opportunity where he could bring up Dan and Phil, oh, he would. And then you had people like Onision who realized even if he talked shit about them, it would still bring tons of clout because, oh, they were clicking on the video. It might be negative clout, but people are still watching the video.
And Phil's just sitting there smiling, doing nothing. Amazing fail.
Amazing Phil. What's really so amazing about you, Phil?
I never thought I'd say this in modern day 2022, but I'm going to bring up Shane Dawson again, actually. Until I started writing this video, I don't think I realized how disgusting he was towards Dan and Phil. A lot of the time, he just brought them up to bring them up. And then I found a few moments like these.
He looks like somebody that would get fucked so hard on Stickam. God, I want to fuck that mouth. My goal in life is to get spit roasted by them. If you don't know what that means, look it up. You know what that means. Dan is not on fire, but my ass is. His sneezes are fucking wet. You could use that for lube.
I don't really remember it personally, but I feel like a lot of you might. Shane literally tried getting the psychic twins to also out them and talk about very personal information.
Okay, this is weird for me to talk about because I feel like it's like this weird outing thing and I don't want to do that. Now, as psychics, what do you see for Dan and Phil's relationship?
Well, we invited them on our show. As you know, you were there.
This is what I think. We don't out people, Shane, as you know. But I think that they have a thing.
You do?
Yes.
I think they did and do.
Oh my God.
But, here we said we aren't going to add anybody. Is this okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think,
You
Drew?
don't have to, it's not,
I can't comment on
I'm telling you, they're sneakers. I've seen them.
But I also maybe think they do, and I'm afraid to say it because I don't want to out them. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yes.
remember what happened with Cameron, Fifth Harmony, and
Oh, right, because you guys predicted that some of the Fifth Harmony members were dabbling.
And we were right.
And you're right.
Shane Dawson was fucked. But you could even fucking say that I did. You could even say that I literally tried getting Cloud Dan and Phil because I posted videos about them. But, it's different because at least I fucking cared about them. Horny. Okay, not for real. So there's this joke, right, that like TikTok is the FBI. They can solve anything, figure out anything, yada, yada, yada. They have not met the fandom, and they don't know what they're capable of. So this part of the video was a little bit hard to write because I don't feel comfortable talking about anything that the two have not brought up in, this recent new era of their life. I feel awful for the way that Dan and Phil were treated by creators and their own fans within this period of time before coming out. The entire rise of their career, they were being doxxed for their sexualities. With that being said, I will say I was one of these fans. Dude, if I saw Dan look at Phil for 0.4 seconds, I was salivating at the mouth, sweating in every fucking crevice, sobbing my eyes out. Like, oh my God, Jesus Christ. They went to Japan, right? I don't know what fucking year it was. They went to Japan. You know what Tumblr was like when they went to Japan? Theories. Theories upon theories upon theories upon theories about how they definitely got married when they were there. Is it legal? And I like I said, I was very involved in this, and it's something that I am extremely ashamed of, especially later in my life. I came out as bisexual. I cannot imagine hundreds of thousands, millions of people trying to study my every single movement to prove that I'm not straight. That sounds fucking awful. I remember going on to password locked Tumblrs that I would spend hours, guys, hours trying to find passwords for. And I found them. I would guess them. I would either find them on other Tumblr pages. I'd find them in forums. And on these Tumblr pages, it would be their daily booth. It'd be their form spring posts, everything about their sexuality that they've posted in the past, and very much so deleted and did not want people to bring it back up. And it would just be like small connections between like, oh, this is how they have to be dating, and this is how, oh, Dan's definitely gay because of this, and oh, Phil might be into this because of this thing that he posted in like 2007. Crazy people. I don't know how people found all of this, but they did, and I ate it up. And those posts had tens of thousands of notes on them, like so many people were also into that. And there were so many of these blogs. People were just way too involved in their personal lives, and it even became so toxic to the point of, if you didn't think they were gay, oh my God, you were goddamn annihilated. People would just be like, well, you're fucking wrong, and da 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 da. It's like, how about we just like don't assume anything? But we were 12 and 14, 15, 16-year-olds who just for some reason were invested in these fluffy teddy bear ass men's lives. Whatever Dan and Phil liked, you also had to like, or you would literally be attacked. If they didn't like something and you liked it, you would be attacked. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. Horny. Dan and Phil got so excessively sexualized. I gathered some photos, ones that I remember quite vividly, and yeah, we're gonna talk about them. Let's go. Time to be triggered. Also, oh my god, you can tell my hair is green. First one. That's the cutest picture. The cutest picture you've ever seen. I can't even make fun of them. I ate the shit up. I was like, oh, their arms are touching. Ah! This might have been said and stuff, but still. I honestly think Dan was about to kiss Phil before he remembered that there were cameras and stopped. And that's why Phil covered his mouth. Like a reminder. We were actually delusional, weren't we? Oh, this one, I just, why does the picture look like that? Right? Like, hold on. Why did their heads look like that? Oh, I like this one. I ate this up hella. So in the first picture, Phil, right? Totally has some lip balm on. Absolutely, dude. Dan does not. You can totally tell. Definitely not the lighting. Definitely not the lighting at all. And then there's a jump cut, right? They made that very clear with the little asterisk, jump cut asterisk. All of a sudden, Dan has some lip balm on, and all I gotta say is that they definitely made out. Fuck. Proof. This one is perfect proof of how people just fabricated everything and just could not. They absolutely had to have this like proof. So this person edited Dan like forward, and then they were like, oh my god, it was totally just like, that's just how the video was, blah, blah, blah. As if no one was just gonna like look up the video and like see that clearly that's not what fucking happened. Do you guys get the point now?
They just want the goddamn truth.
Oh no.
Are we gay? Did we fuck? I
Sure.
was having a gay panic.
This was the most attractive man I've ever seen.
And then he tried to get us to do cocaine in the bathroom.
He tried.
Over the decade, quite a few people have propositioned us for a threesome.
Are you just gonna say that?
The way I just was not prepared for this energy after taking a 4-year hiatus. Obviously, a lot has changed in the Dan and Phil fandom. I feel like it's not as invasive and it's just tamed down in general, but more obviously they're out and they're proud and their content has changed with this, new wave and new versions of themselves that they finally get to, express. If you haven't really been up to date with their new content, I highly suggest it because it's honestly, like, I prefer it now. Obviously I've grown up and it's different, but you can just tell they're themselves, and you can just tell that they are so happy and satisfied with what they've done and what they're doing, and it's different, and it's good different. And with that, I think that's a wrap. It was lovely talking to all of you again. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Like I said, subscribe if you are new, maybe put on post notifications so that you know when I upload, and maybe leave a comment because it's been so long since I've been able to talk to all of you, and I would love to see some of your comments and be able to reply to them. I don't really want to say I'm going to be back on a certain day. I feel like that's what's fucking me over. That's why I keep not coming back. That's too much pressure, holy shit. But I have a lot of good content coming, and a lot of it is kind of talk videos like this, where I'm talking about a subject that needs to be talked about. I think my next video is going to be about Tumblr grunge culture, so if that sounds interesting. If you happen to like gaming and just like hearing me talk and just want some company, I stream on Twitch. My link will be in the description below. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. If you'd like to follow me on other social media, that will also be in the description below, and I will see you guys when I see ya. Peace.